welcome to another episode of Quick Hits brought to you by Rollout Marketing. I'm the host, Brad Ellison, and I am happy to be joined today by Shawn Brown of Shawn Brown Painting. Welcome, Shawn.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for a little bit of context, Shawn is based in Orange County, California. He's been in business now for 25 years, started painting as a teenager, as a summer job, and today he's basically for this episode anyway, the spokesperson for Behr Paint. So yeah, thanks again for joining us, Shawn. Really looking forward to this conversation.
You bet.
Let's start off with, can you share with our listeners a little bit about your background and experience in the industry?
Yeah, it started obviously young. The lowest guy on the pole, basically. So I learned proper preparation from the ground up and had great guidance through the whole process. So I learned, being the prep guy to being a journeyman painter to being the spray guy to running jobs. And that helped me to move on and start my own business.
So you actually know how to paint, unlike me, which I kind of infamously have never painted.
Yeah, no, I'm actually a real painter. I still paint and I still enjoy it. I
Really?
actually enjoy
Good for you. Listen,
painting more than the office stuff.
yeah, well, obviously you and I are different there. There's a stigma, a growing stigma in the industry about business business owners who also actually paint. And my perspective on that is if you enjoy painting, then have at it. Like, we should just be doing the stuff that we enjoy. And if you don't enjoy the office stuff and you want to grow a big company, then great. You be the kind of hands-on, boots on the ground guy and have someone else run the business, right? There's many ways to skin a cat.
Yeah,
as they say.
you can't argue it the other way either. I mean, there's two ways of doing the business and they both work. And there's no company's better than the other that, has an owner operator or owner that's doing the marketing or the office work. It's as long as the, projects get done and they get done properly, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Amen, brother. So you are here on behalf really of Behr Paint. Can you share some of the things, like what has shaped your perspective on coatings or your relationship with brands like Behr?
They just have a large selection of products. So anything from the Pro Series for like your commercial guys, all the way up to their Dynasty line, which is amazing. A product I use quite often for some of our high-end residential, projects and decorators, contractors, stuff like that we work with. So, I mean, they just
And
have...
I'm assuming you've
No, go ahead.
so I'm assuming you've used other brands before.
Definitely.
Behr Paint is like your brand?
Yeah, I mean, they have an amazing, they just communicate well. They have in-store reps, they have field reps. I've never had issues when I'm asking for color renderings. I'm getting them back real fast, faster than any of the other companies. If we need to troubleshoot a product or a project, they're right out there to meet me. I'll give them a call. They'll find an answer, give me a call back. It's just great communication.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
Love it. So we talk a lot on this podcast about more high level business type topics. We don't talk about coatings very often, so I'm actually really appreciative of this conversation, especially with my lack of experience painting. Can you share from your experience, what are some of the most common challenges that contractors face when it comes to, I don't know, paint performance or application? What are we seeing out in the field, those common challenges that painters are seeing?
Some of the big challenges used to be in California, a lot of changing laws, so reformulation of products. What I find with Behr is all the products are real user friendly. So whether you be a homeowner or an actual professional, they have products that don't drag, that spray real well. They lay down, they dry fast. There's just those little things. Some products, do 3 or 4 of those things, but not all of them. And they tend to have some really good products. Like I said, the Dynasty, the Ultra line, they're really good products. Their primers are amazing. That Kills line, they have a new Kills Original, which is a water-based version of the old oil that everyone knows. That just it's absolutely amazing. We've tried it on several different projects, several different things where we would have issues with a water-based primer, and it's unbelievable. So,
Yeah. So uh, obviously, there's a few big name brands of paint in the industry,
sure.
but it seems like almost universally everyone's using Kills.
That's funny. Yeah. If anyone grabs a can of spray primer, they say, go grab the Kills. It doesn't even have to be, but it's the Kills. So it's like Kleenex. It's got
Yep.
that name brand.
How about like durability, cleanability? Because I know other brands talk about that. They have specialty lines for that. How does Behr compare there?
We're having great results with durability. For instance, like when you're doing metal projects, metal commercial doors, wrought iron, things like that, their DTM is just superior. It sticks. It covers rust. It holds back rust. It's probably the best product I've found for metal from any of the companies. So I mean, that one product alone is amazing, but just scuff resistance on some of the interior products.
All right. So, are there any misconceptions or maybe overlooked details when it comes to the application of these coatings that tend to cause issues?
If you don't use proper like primers to start with, sometimes paint will say paint and primer in one. I find if you use,
Mm.
you know, one of the proper Kills line products and go from there, um, you're going to have a longer life and a proper, durability of the finished product. So I think the misconception is people don't properly prep and prime a surface. They just think we'll slap the finished coat on and we're good.
Are you telling me that the paint and primer in one is not the solution to every painting problem?
It's that's what I think, but homeowners will tell
Yeah,
you something different.
sure. Any particular techniques or habits that you've found consistently lead to great results?
Just good quality application, whether it's, if it's calls for spraying, spray it. If it's you brush and roll, you brush and roll, but use the proper tools for the project and you're going to get the best results.
Sweet. Any other tips or tricks that could help others in the field, just generally when it comes to the application of coatings?
Read directions. Nobody, if people just seem to pop open cans and go, see the dry time
Mhm.
on stuff. Really pay attention to that. You'll find that, if it says 2 hours and you do it in an hour and a half, that might lead to a problem 6 months down the line. And you're thinking, what went wrong? Probably you didn't let it dry long enough, or, there's really follow directions. They make
Mhm.
it really easy I mean, they even have it up the front of the cans now where it tells you dry time coverage and, proper application and, you're good to go.
You mentioned earlier about their the color renderings. Could you tell me a little bit about that service?
Yeah, so they have like all kinds of options from like the color kiosk in store, which is pretty user friendly. I mean, I've used it to pick out color chips that I'm looking for. Um, They have a team that does color renderings. They'll come out to your projects, take pictures, and get them back to you. Beautiful color renderings to give to the project managers. Full size drawdowns if you need them for an association or something. So
So you said they'll actually send someone out to get pictures for these renderings. Who do you coordinate that with?
my inside or outside sales rep. So I'll call my sales rep and say, hey, I have this project, this little strip mall or something. We need some color selections, and he'll get out there and take pictures. If it's something he doesn't think he can do, he'll bring out, the actual people that do the renderings. They'll take the photos and then go back and render those and get them back to you.
Nice. I'd imagine that's a useful sales tool for
Absolutely.
you to
Larger
sell the paint jobs.
project.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely when they're on they're a little nervous about changing color. We can show them, hey, this is what the building's going to look like, or really
Right.
give it a real facelift.
That's cool. All right. So, these are short episodes. We're actually getting towards the end here. But
Yeah.
one of the things I like to do is leave the listener with actionable items, things that they could do today to change something in their business. So actually, I want you to give me two. The first one, I want you to give a tip, something that the guys could do today. Sorry, contractors can do today. Uh, just in general about maybe the application of coatings or their business. And then the second thing, specifically about Behr. So can you do that for us?
Yeah. Well, one thing, be on time. Go to jobs on time. That would be a big thing for guys out there. Do what you say you're gonna do. Um, Behr, I think one of the biggest things that stand out to me is their pro honors program. So a few times during the year, they're going to offer you like money back or points towards gift cards and etc. for paints purchase, for primers purchase. So I mean, if you have the capital to, buy some kills in bulk at that time, you're going to get back money that you can use to pay for your paint. They've also teamed up with Home Depot, and they have a loyalty program. For every few $1,000s you spend, you get $50 back to go right towards paint
Mhm.
purchases. So between those two programs, and I'm a smaller company, we probably get back about $6,000 a year in usable money to go right back into materials, supplies, tools,
Mhm.
and that's something that nobody else is offering. Not to mention their set pricing. That's a big deal for a smaller
Mhm.
contractor, being competitive with the other guys or the big companies that, can outget, bid you on the material costs. So I would say that.
Love it. Great, man. Well, I appreciate the insight. Appreciate you hopping on and sharing about your experience, not only in the industry but with Behr in particular. And yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate the guys that are actually out there kind of treading the path for guys like me. Did a lot of the hard work so that guys like me could swoop in and build businesses on the backs of giants like you.
Well, I appreciate it, but I've actually been listening to your podcast, and you've given me a lot of
Mhm.
interesting marketing ideas to possibly grow a little bigger. So
Perfect. Give and take, my bud. Give and take. All right.
absolutely, man.
All right, man.
Thank
Go
you.
kill it out there.
Take
We'll
care,
catch you on
man.
the
You have a
flippity
great
flip.
day.